We've recently been doing a whole renovation on quite a lot of our aviaries here at SMJ Falconry, and we've basically built 8 brand new aviaries, which we're going to go through today, just to show you a little bit about how we design our aviaries and how we like our birds to be housed. So here are the new builds just down here, and then on the left hand side we've got some of the older aviaries here and all the new aviaries on the right hand side. So for these we've chosen to use the steel cladding, and then as you can see here, this is one of the larger aviaries here, more of a square design on this one. So we've got a front window here with stainless steel bars, and then we've got a lovely back window up here where the birds can sit and look out over the view outside. This larger style aviary here is 12 foot by 12 foot, so it's a square aviary. And as I say, it's about 7 foot high at the front window, and at this back window behind me looking out over the fields, that's actually at about 9 foot high there. So the window perches are designed to have this gap, so any poo and any casting or pellet just drops down to the floor, so you don't get a build up. And you don't get the mess associated with a straight ledge. Some of the birds do like perching on the sides here, so we have made a purpose-built shelf just on the side for this bird here. And then we've also got a beam in the middle. The bath is kept in a space where it's not going to get pooed on. The regular places for the birds to sit are at the windows, so having it in between the windows there is a good place so you don't get any mess in the baths. I just want to perch fairly high up here, just so they're comfortable and have somewhere to roost. The thing that we have done new for these aviaries is actually food trays, and we do have these food trays that will lift out so we can take them out and jet wash them. Food trays just easily slide out, so we can pop the food in and then just close it up again. So this aviary here is for our steppe eagle. So she's very happy sitting out on this window just here, and she has a really nice view outside of all the countryside and surroundings that we have here in Oxenhope. On this aviary here, that's a little bit unusual shape. It's roughly about 12 foot wide by 12 foot long, but obviously it's a bit of a skew if dimensions, so it's a little bit different. But this is housing our steppe eagle, and she really does enjoy this aviary. So this aviary here is for our steppe eagle. So she's very happy sitting out on this window just here, and she has a really nice view outside of all the countryside and surroundings that we have here in Oxenhope. As you can probably tell, it's a bit of an unusual shape, this one, and that is down to the design and the placement of the aviaries. We had to go with a little bit of an unusual shape, but she really does enjoy it. One thing we have considered, you can see the markings on the window here, is to have a hatch so the birds can actually just be free flowing, because these two aviaries for the two eagles here just basically go straight out into the flying field. So to have a little window that we can open up, or a hatch, just to let the birds go straight out into the field would be a good idea, but that's something in the future that we're going to. So we've just got George, the Saker falcon, in this aviary here. He really does like this shelf perch on the side. He will sit at the front window here at feeding times. But his favourite place to roost is actually up in this corner here, which is not where we designed it for him, but he's quite happy up there, so we're just going to leave him. So we have 5 aviaries like the one George is in just here. All 5 of them, they're actually 12.5 foot deep by 8 foot wide, so they're quite big aviaries, and they're actually 9 foot tall at the back window there, and up to about 7 foot at the front window. The birds have a lot of room here. It's a really nice size for them, and they seem to really like it in here. And having aviaries of this size is really good for birds that are on a rest. So we do rest some of our birds and free loft. Also very good for birds that are molting as well, so growing new feathers throughout the spring and summer months. This is just a nice house for them. So all of these aviaries are currently being used. So we do have our Saker falcon. These ones do need a paint. We have a Jur crossed with a Saker falcon in here. We have Muta in here, who's a red-tailed hawk. or I should say red-tailed buzzard. And then Leon, who's a black kite, just in this end aviary here. And then all our Harris Hawks are in the older style aviaries just over here. We do have one last aviary just here, which is for our great grey owl, which is a very tall aviary with lovely branches for him to set on. Here he is. So this aviary at the back there, that is actually about 12 foot high. It's 10 foot wide and about 10 foot deep as well. It's a really big size for a lovely owl like Shadow. Hope you enjoyed this little insight into some of our new aviaries that we've built for the birds. We do have a few new aviaries as well that we shall be going through over the next few months and give you a little update in the springtime on those guys. So thank you guys very much for watching, and leave us a comment and don't forget to share. See you next time.